Brandon, Mary, hello, by the way, guys.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Hello. Hey.
Welcome to another edition of Splat, as you heard. We've got a special edition of Splat tonight. We've got from the Armageddon game at Hell Survivors. We've got the generals from the Middle Eastern Coalition from the Soldiers of Chaos, Brandon Page on the phone. We've got from the USSR team, the general for the USSR team, and from Splat City Assault, Bryan Gomes on the phone.
What up?
And finally, the European Union Advisory Team, and from the Grassy Knoll Gunman, Mary Burkhart.
What's up?
So, welcome to the show, guys. So,
Thank you.
Let's
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
How come all of these are always special edition? Wouldn't they stop being special if they're all, podcasts?
But you're on it, so that makes it better.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Now I know. At first I felt special, and I'm like, dude, he does this every time. Damn.
It's only the times you guys are on.
All right, then we're cool.
So, this is going to be kind of a free-for-all kind of a show. Anybody can answer. Anybody can talk about whatever. So, we'll start with, how did this all come together? Who got this together?
Well, I would say Dean.
Dean Allen?
The Mr. Masters guy.
Yes, actually, I had talked to Dean today, and I had asked him that question. When he had expressed his extreme happiness in the fact that last year, after following the Assassin's Creed game at Sherwood,
Which was fun.
yeah,
I was there for
oh
that.
my god, I love that game. Anyway, but yeah, he had actually done a video, an after-action report. He had gone around to different people to see what they thought of the different style of gameplay and how they thought the game went. And he had done video of all these different people, just interviewed them, and then he posted that video up. What actually ended up that Dave Massey saw the video.
For those who don't know, you should tell them who Dave Massey is.
Oh, yeah, okay. For those who don't know, Dave Massey is the owner of Hell Survivors Paintball Field, and he was very interested in the fact that people love this new style of game and this new style of play. And he contacted him shortly after and was looking to replace Global Conquest. He had done Global Conquest for several years, and everybody knows after you do so many things for so many times, it kind of gets old. So he actually contacted Dean with an idea, with the theme of Armageddon, and asked Dean if he could write a game around it. And Dean was more than happy to step up to the challenge.
Interesting.
Which is how it came to be.
There you go.
Well, wasn't Global Conquest also like a 16 free melee or something?
It was 7 countries. Each country had their own base. And you had to fight for your base and then fight for other bases.
So it's
There
kind
you
of like Risk.
Or it's
Kinda like
alliances where you could, or you can make up alliances and you could
Break them. From what I heard.
Yes, you
There
could
wasn't
make
a lot of-
alliances, break alliances. You could
There
do
wasn't a lot
what
of
you-
loyalty.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of loyalty.
There's a lot of winning involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, Mary, were you at that the game at Sherwood Forest last year?
Yes.
The Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
What side did you play on, the winning or the losing side?
The winning.
Wow, I'm the only loser that played for the losing side and still said it was a fun game. I'm seriously like the only one. Like, it was a great time, even though we got destroyed.
So,
Sorry.
what are some of the objectives going to be at this game?
From what I'm understanding, it's going to be to acquire points, right?
Yes, always.
Oh,
Yep.
See? Similar to most other games, just different.
I gotcha. So,
You know what, actually, he hasn't really gave us that I know, like, a huge heads up on, like, specifically what objectives are going to be. Right?
No.
That I know of, yeah, because I know I like that about Dean. He keeps a lot of stuff secret, and you find out when everybody finds out, so there's no advantage.
Well, we do have some heads up on this, and Brandon with Middle East Coalition has some info on this.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 2 things at once there. Yeah, the objectives are actually
Stop chewing gum.
delivering, acquiring, exchanging items, and also slapstick, disc, flips. So right now, flip disc, puzzles, whatnot.
Yeah, puzzles are definitely fun.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be going on with this game. So I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely something I've never played before.
I mean, it's fun. Because what's each section set up in, like, 50-minute blocks, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, every part of House of Iron is going to be used.
Yeah.
One area, or the whole entire map's going to be open to everybody. The whole map will be open to everybody. The whole field will.
No.
There's certain areas that will be.
No, that's if it's like he did the game I went to at Sherwood Forest. It's not. He breaks it up, so you're only using a section at the field at a time.
Well,
and that's what I got out of when we had to.
Firefighting is going to be the main attraction for us all.
So
at least that's what I understood out of all that. Right, Mary, am I wrong that he said, I mean, at least that's what he told us at the commander's meeting, that he was going to break up the field into small sections like he did with Sherwood, so you were only using portions of the field per every 50-minute installment and moving along the field. All right, cool. So we're...
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
All right, then we're
Absolutely.
good. I mean, you say that because somebody like me wanders off and the referee's like, where are you going? I'm like, that way, where nobody's at.
Well,
Then you find out you can't.
Well, he doesn't rope off the entire
No, yeah, he just
area
has
for each
people
mission.
say, don't go there.
Like Brandon said, the entire field is open, but your mission, your points, your objectives are all in a singular area. You can wander off to the opposite side of the field and walk around as much as you want. If you need a nice, good long walk, hit the mall, or, go to Hell Survivors and just walk around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Or you can actually be part of the missions in the gunfight where he stages the game.
I mean, I personally like it because when we did Sherwood Forest, it was 50 minutes of contested battle, so it wasn't 35 minutes of walking around doing nothing.
Yes, exactly.
So if this ends up being a similar way it plays out, I think it's great. Like if you want to actually play the whole time you're there, this is the way to do it.
It is, and you don't have to go and look for the fight; it's already there. And you don't get to, especially with Sherwood Forest, there's, a huge part. Same with Hell Survivors. The Hell Survivors field is huge. It's gigantic.
It's like a big giant donut with a swamp in the middle.
Well, it's a swamp in the middle.
I've been playing there for 15 years.
Well, I was about to say, that's your home field, right, Brandon?
Yes, it is. Well, I could take that back. It is. Actually, as soon as it's out, there's a field that a lot of people don't know, but it's a diamond in the rough. I love it. It's one of the greatest CQB fields you've ever seen in Michigan, called Kizzy Field. That's our home field. But yeah, Hell Survivors has been mine for 15 years. So, a lot of fun.
So, what are some of the missions that they're going to have?
Well, like Mary said, I mean, I know that when he did Sherwood, one of them you had to solve a puzzle to be able to open. You had to solve a puzzle while getting shot at. So first you had to take the octagon and then solve the puzzle. And then that gave you a code to go unlock a case. So, I mean, with Dean, I like it because it's very in-depth. It's not like just go plant this flag. You're we had to do prop hunts, but it's in this general area. Go figure it out while you're getting shot at.
So you have the missions are based off of it's a different point spread, meaning you have a primary, which is of course worth more points than your secondary. And then after that you have a strategic territory challenge. If you can hold ground for a certain period of time, or at the end of the mission, you'll gain those points. They also have intel ops and covert ops. Intel ops are actually introduced halfway through the mission. So if you're 25 minutes into the game and they have respawn, meaning when you're shot, you don't walk the entire way off the field. From where you started at that mission, you'll go back to that start point. And you could be handed by the referee, whoever's closest, he'll hand you intel. Intel will then give you a mission that's worth points. And the covert ops is based on exchanges with
the other
Mixmaster's team Well, actually, it's the Mission Masters team. So they're basically the black market.
Okay.
And like I said, Brent has information on that too to go into about a different area of what you're given before they even started the game.
I hope we do. Hang on a second.
You hope? I don't know. I mean, I know he did say that there would be a possibility to make it interesting where you'd have to trade props with other teams, to have to work together with your enemy team to see how that works out, which I thought was really interesting.
Well, actually, you're going to be exchanging gold bars with the black market agent. If you're down, let's say you didn't get a puzzle for the primary edition, you can still get that 5 points through gold bars.
Yeah, you have to buy them back or some shit, right?
Yeah. Yep. And if you don't have, for instance, if you don't complete a primary on the first or second objective, but you need it for the third, you can use a gold bar to buy the information you needed.
Once you run out of gold bars, you're done. You got borrow, right?
Well, you start. He said we start with X amount of gold bars that I understood,
right,
and then you use them, either deplete them or keep them for points at the end.
Correct. That's absolutely right. So if you obtain a primary and you get the information you need for the next mission, you don't have to spend it. But if you don't obtain that primary and you need that information, you then have to go to the black market and exchange that gold bar. You're giving up points to gain future points.
Now, are they going to be in a certain place, or are they going to be kind of?
That sounds pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're always on the field.
That's about it. That's how you go.
Yeah.
It's out there. Go find it.
They're always in radio contact, and the referees have radios with Mission Masters, of course. So what you basically do is you find your nearest ref. I need to talk to the black market. I can talk to Mission Masters. I want to trade this in. And it depends on how long they take to get there. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
That's a whole different. That's part of what makes it exciting, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like, don't ask me to run because I get paid that much.
If we see him, we can call him over to us. Like, we need him to come over. We're in the middle of a firefight. We can call if we're within yelling distance. We can call the black ops agent over.
See, was it really within yelling distance? Because, I mean, what if you're walking around with a megaphone? Would that qualify still? I'm not being a smartass either. Because, I mean, what if...
No.
Like, at that point, your yelling distance just tripled.
I don't want to be, what's the word for it? Annoying, but that might actually be the only way to do it.
Just an idea.
So you're going to have these guys, I mean, of course you have the rats out on the field, but you're also going to have a group of people that are just kind of wandering the field as these black market people that are going to be, they're out there for you to trade with and stuff like that.
To my understanding, yes.
Yes. Mission Masters team. I mean, that's why it's called Mission Masters. It's not just a person. I know everybody knows Dean Allen, but Mission Masters is a team. And that team is built around this style of gameplay, and you have to have more than one person. So, yes, they'll be out there. I can't say they'll be within megaphone shot or earshot. Or Michael Jackson scream. I don't know that, but if you want to trade in, you need the points. Get in contact with the ref, tell them you need that, and it goes from there.
Awesome. Very cool.
Usually, if you just shoot towards a ref or at a ref, they'll run over and ask you, what the fuck are you doing? And you'd be like, I just needed your attention real fast. So now that you're here, I kind of need you to take care of this. I've found that it works doing that.
Yeah, Bryan's going to be doing.
Just push it to the limit, man.
I'm going to say this, too. Hell's Ref, that's one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. How much are they paying you to say that?
Nope. I've been playing the big games. I've seen, so.
All bullshit aside, if they are good refs, that's a good thing. I enjoy when you have quality refs on the field.
Are those the same
really
refs
makes the game.
that did the Sherwood game, Mary? Do you know?
Discipline Lords. and actually it was Christian LeBlanc. He's part of the Slumlords. Yeah. They full orange. So if you're shooting at them,
be like,
they know you're an idiot.
I didn't know. Yeah, but it's me, so they're not even
orange. Full orange. Head to toe. Full orange.
Aren't they all from Canada?
Yeah. Well, actually, they have two teams. They have a Canadian team and they have the American side team, which the American side team is mostly based near the Indiana area. And they do travel both. They travel to both games. And they love Sherwood. Well, who doesn't love Sherwood? I'm sorry, Hell Survivors. I'm sorry. I mean, Hell Survivors is great, too.
I was like, Sherwood's amazing. Fuck Hells, everybody knows about that old field. Let's talk about Sherwood up and coming,
No, I mean.
So anybody, what's the next big game at Sherwood going on? Anybody know?
Yeah, it's the Mission Masters game in September.
I'm just making sure.
I'm shooting Bryan in the foot.
Nice.
So everybody here is already going to the Armageddon game. They're going to experience a new style of play. And that's the great thing about it, is all the people that are now going to this game are going to experience a Mission Master style of play. You now get to experience it at Sherwood, where I only got to experience it for 6 years at Three Rivers Paintball, which is in Pittsburgh, PA.
All right.
So I finally, last year, I got to experience it finally at Sherwood, and he did a great job. He was spot on, phenomenal. Even the losing side had a blast.
I don't know if we had a blast. I said I had a blast.
Well, you should have done a little.
I had a great time. A lot of other people, not so much. But it doesn't take a lot for me to have a good time. It's like, hey, we're fucking paintballing today. It's already a good time. So I was like, I don't know. I had a good time. Some of the other people.
So who are some of these key players that are going to be playing on each of one of your guys' teams? Like, what are the big teams that are
I tried getting this Brandon to play for me, and he was like, no, and I'm like, oh. So that was a big blow. I'm not even going to lie. That was a big blow when I lost him. Mary, Timothy, from Legions of Assassin, reached out, and she turned us down also. So from there, we've really just been scrounging to try to find some quality players.
That's right. Did it make sure to you that I did give you 30?
Yeah, you did. I did feel good about that. He literally handed it to me. I'm not even lying. I'm like, Brandon, I'm having such a hard time recruiting. And like the next day, he's like, hey, Dirty, you gotta talk to this guy right here. He needs people. Anybody. And I'm like, yeah, literally anybody. I'll take the walk-ons right now because that's what it looks like I'm gonna be stuck with.
Well, the funny thing is, though, I wanted to tell you that the highlight of my day today was that the Collective have joined the Middle East Coalition.
Who?
The Collective.
You're terrible.
And they whoop Dirty's ass every time. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe they'll keep the streak going.
And the funny thing is, we're against Dirty tomorrow at Landing Zone.
Now I know why he gave us 30, because from what I hear, they don't play on the same team, so.
Oh.
Thanks. I felt good for about 2 months. Now that I find out you did it just so you can get collected, that's really nice of you.
No, I love all the teams out there. I don't know.
You know one thing that I will say, though, all joking aside, is recruiting for a game like this is definitely a lot harder. Yeah. Because it's hard enough to get people to go to a game and just to show up. It's like, dude, pick A or B, and now it's like, pick A, B, or C. And it's like, wow, this sucks. Yeah, exactly. It really sucks, So, but it's fun, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of leads me into the next question. Like, how does this such a large game work?
We'll find out. I mean, because I don't know, Dean. I don't believe Dean's ever done a Big Four team melee like this, has he?
No, he has not.
So that's why I'm like, wow, this is sweet.
This is the first time, huh?
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. Once you play a Mission Masters game, you realize that it goes into depth. Like, his missions aren't just like, I don't want to knock other promoters either, because everybody's trying. Most of these guys are learning while they're doing it. Yeah. But there's times they tell you, hey, you got to stick this prop over there. It's like, well, what do you want me to use? Bubble gum? And then it's like they give you a roll of tape, you go do it. It's like, well, this shit fell down. And then it's like, well, you got to go pick it up later. It's like, well, the wind took it. So am I fucked here? Like, what do you want me to do? Dean, on the other hand, like, hey, this prop is so-and-so place. Hey, it's nailed to the post. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm going to say about Mission Masters, they have 60 games under their belt.
Yeah. So
They
it
may
shows.
be new. Yeah, they may be new to the bigger scene as far as the bigger fields. 60 games. That's a lot of experience. It's a lot of, okay, you don't just put a flag here and kind of hope it stays there. No, they have 60 games under their belt. And it's also his love and passion for the game and watching paintballers go out there and just have at it. And, you know, he loved doing photography. He just couldn't do both. He actually was torn. I love doing the game. I love seeing these people, you know, watching them. I write this game. I write this script. I write out what the missions are and what the objectives are. He loved it.
And you know, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I like that Dean's out there on the field. He's out there while you're playing, experiencing what's going on, because if he sees something sucks, I'm pretty sure he's making a note of it. I mean, to me, that was a big deal when I had to do missions at Mission Masters, and it's the shit didn't just disappear, or they tell you to do it, but you can't really do it. You know, you have to figure it out. But I don't know, little things like that mean a lot, because it's like I can actually focus on playing and doing what you're asking me to, as opposed to spending 20 minutes trying to get this to stick this to the wall. You know, to me, that's a big deal, you know, because you get to just focus on what you're supposed to be doing. And it makes it better.
Yeah.
So
you guys were talking about games that they used to do before that, how they used to have alliances, and you'd have, you know, teams that would, you think that'll happen here? Like you'll have, you know...
Nah.
No?
Nah, probably not. Not unless you have to.
No,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What'd be the point of allying with somebody? You're trying to beat them, right?
Well, the other thing is you have 4 teams, 4 factions.
Yeah.
You don't have 4 factions going against each other at one given time. It's not a free-for-all.
2 versus 2.
You'll have, yes, 2 versus 2. Correct.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, it could be Middle East and Europe versus U.S. and Russia.
Yep.
Or Russia and Middle East versus your opposing side. So you're going to have a change-up.
And wouldn't it alternate from what I'm understanding through the missions? Like who you have to help during this mission and that mission?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's why I'm like, you really can't do an alliance, because you're not going to work with them the whole day. Unless you're going to take a dive. Oh, they got an objective to do, guys. Sit down. Like, we made a deal.
Right.
It's interesting, because, like, I guess in my mind I pictured each team would start on a different... I don't know the layout of Health Survivors, but each team would start in a different part of the field, and you would essentially just go against each other in a giant free-for-all. But I guess that would make sense if they did, two sets of alliances, 2 sets of, teams are on the same team or whatever against the other.
And not necessarily on the same team. You just might have a common objective for that time.
Right.
So, yeah, which is even better, I guess.
And each faction will end up having its own objective as well. So you might be on a primary, while half to maybe a quarter of the other of your faction goes to
the secondary.
Secondary or individual faction, objective or mission.
So that's always fun. What if Dean gets the cards? What if he gets them mixed up, and gives people the wrong shit? And everybody's got something that everybody's pretty much turns into a melee. He's like, I messed up.
No, he's pretty good about it.
I guess you did say he's got 60 games under his belt, so.
Yeah.
He's been in the game too long to make those mistakes.
Mary, we're going to discuss Gambit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
All right. I threw that little caveat before out just to our group chat, but I wanted to let everybody know when I talked before about the primary, secondary, your strategic territory challenge, and different intel and cover dots. Your primary, of course, is worth the most. You have the most points there. So you want to obtain the primary first. You want to get there. You want to get the mission accomplished, and then move on to secondary and the other items. When you go to hit the primary, Gambit is going to be there. Gambit are the field mercs for Hell Survivors.
How do you guys feel about mercs in general?
Well, mercs in general they've been used in a lot of different ways. Sometimes, backhanded, go behind the teams, even the teams out. A lot of people are angry. However, in this position, they're placed in the primary. They're stopping both sides. They're shooting at both sides.
Real quick, what's a merc?
Mercenary. Yeah.
They don't care about points.
Okay.
They don't.
And that's not true in this game, because Dean said they can rack up their own points, didn't he?
No.
Not that I know of.
Oh, no, you know what? You're right, because we did ask him that. I'm sorry. You are right. So they're just playing for the kills. I mean.
Right. They're just there to shoot us.
They're trying to keep us from getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 4 factions running at them at one time.
So, yeah,
Get as many out as they can.
In reality, it's a target-rich environment for them.
Yes.
So
Yeah, and they adore that. Yeah.
Is this like a separate team that, like, you don't recruit for, that they
No.
picked already, or
That's Dean's baby.
so they already have a set of people already pre-picked for that then?
Yes, and I call them field mercs because they actually, for Global Conquest, they had, mercs. For TWC, Timberland World Challenge, they had mercs. They had this thing where they were used to even out the score throughout the entire game. Where if one side was, shy of players or shy of, competition, they had players, but the players were in the staging area. They weren't playing. The mercs were sent out to try and even up the sides to give morale. This case,
a lot.
It does help. And in this case, it's neither. 0. They're placed in the primary. So when you go to try and obtain, for instance, when we were talking about before, you're going to a primary and solve a puzzle under fire. You have to go through firefight, through the mercs, defeat them, then you get to try and do the puzzle through firefight with the other 2 factions firing at you.
Yep.
So they're
So a walk in the park.
Right. So the mercs are already going to be out on the field before you guys even go out
Yes.
on the field.
Yeah. They're already placed at the primary.
Gotcha.
Not every mission. That's the other thing is.
They might just be roaming.
Yeah, he doesn't put it out there every single mission. He doesn't give you the missions ahead of time. You have no idea what's going to happen. You
know what? That is nice, too. I like that. It's like, hey, here it is. Figure it out. Gotta go. And that's it.
And the biggest thing, which I can't stress enough, is you have 50 minutes of mission. 7 missions over 2 days. That 50 minutes per game is actual game time. So you...
Hey, that's my part. You're not supposed to give him my part, man. What? You ruined it.
You paint, you air, you are on the field.
That
10 minutes before the mission starts. And that 10 minutes before is where the mission is handed down. Actually, they hand you what is going to happen. And you have 10 minutes to relay it to your team. So if 5 people are like, hey, I'm ready to play. Okay. You have 5 people. They'll accomplish this mission. You have your primary, your secondary, your territory challenge. Get everybody on the field.
Yeah, and
Play
honestly,
for that 50 minutes.
that is what's really nice is you have a break time. Everybody on the field takes a break at the same time. So it does help eliminate that a lot of people don't come back. It helps get rid of, everybody knows, get off the field, get air, get paint, get water, whatever you got to do, and get right back. It doesn't mean take your gear off, relax, take your shoes off. Like, no, it makes a big difference because there's games I've been to. It's like we come back from lunch and it's like, where did 100 fucking people go? Did they leave?
Right.
And it's like they're all eating lunch. What the fuck are they doing? Like, this sucks. Like, this is gonna be a great till they decide to stop eating. It sucks sometimes. It really does. Or you're not even at lunch. You're 30 minutes, an hour from lunch, and half the people are gone.
And it's one of those things where that's just what people are used to. They kind of go their own flow. Where a Mission Myers game is, really a Mission Masters game, you have that style that's built for paintball players. And we all want to play this. We all want to experience it. And you don't have to go out. The other thing is, I do want to stress, you don't have to go out every mission.
Yes, you do. If you're playing for Russia, you do.
Okay,
You're not helping.
For Russia, you do.
You're not helping.
I've been, like I said, I've been to dozens of TRP games where I've had people sit out. I'm not going out for this one. I need a break. Okay, fine. You don't but the thing is, you're going there, you're going to experience this. You have 7 missions over 2 days. You should be able to be out there. You should be able to accomplish these. You should want to be there with everybody else. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying if you need a break, take a break.
Well,
always take a break.
And the nice part is, since it's not 100 missions in a weekend,
no,
you care more to do it.
Yes.
So it does motivate you more. Like, hey, it's more, I guess, constant. Like I said, it's more concentrated. It's better. You're not like, yeah, I don't need to do these 20 missions right now. I'm gonna chill out over there.
So that's the thing that always gets me, is that you're paying to be there, and you're, otherwise it seems just it would be a waste.
Yeah, but people are like that.
I know. It just baffles me, I guess. You go up there to experience something like that, and you play for 10, 15 minutes, and you're like, I'm just gonna. How
many people go to a pro game and leave 10, 20 minutes early? It's like, dude, you don't get a discount for leaving. You've already paid. You might as well stay here. You're in the fucking seat. You're here. So it's the same. Like, that's why I wasn't surprised when people don't do that for paintball. It's like, oh yeah, I guess way to spend the money, unless they just do it to get out of the house.
Yeah, I guess get out of the house and head back to it, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like that about Mission Masters, is the way that format, with everybody being on the field for the 50 minutes, is it helps keep people on the field together.
The other thing I really want to stress, like I said, you don't, after 50 minutes, okay, it's not 50 minutes to where you're shut off, you just leave. They have respawns. The respawns are based off of certain time periods. They have 2 respawns, whether it be 15 minutes and 40 minutes. Now, that is written by the producer. I don't know. It could be 16 minutes. It could be 42 minutes. I don't know that exact. But there are 2 respawns. So when you're shot, when you run up to the front line, to the gambit, and you get shot, you don't walk off the field and leave. You could be in the back corner, playing the back corner. You don't walk off. You walk to your respawn point, and you wait there. And you have 2 of those. Too. Yeah, it's a very close walk, and you have 2 of those. So you have that first one, and you have that second one, to where you can make that charge for something. Let's take this. Let's go get this. We're going to have respawn in a minute. Let's go. If you know the time period, you know what's going on, go in, charge, take half the field, and now you are working on the puzzle. The people left are working the puzzle, or whatever it is, the button box or the flip discs, whatever's left. You're there working on it. So you have those respawns. You don't walk the entire way off the field. Now, mind you, if you can possibly blow through all of your paint in the first 10 minutes, well, you might as well walk off.
Get an award.
You can just walk off. Like, you did that. You're the tank. You're the tank. You did a great job. Walk
amazing.
off.
Or you have very deep pockets.
You laid paint for everybody. Good job. Everybody's patting you on the back as you leave. Thank you.
You just saved me so much money.
But you're not, when you get shot, and it's different. Like I said, the bigger games, when you go to the bigger games, you're playing side to side. You get shot, you have to walk the entire way off the field. Go back, this is not the same. You go back to your start point, which is a point on the field, very local. And then again, when you're thinking of strategically finishing your puzzle or finishing your mission or finish whatever you need to do, collect items, respawn's happening in a minute, which means the other side is going to have X amount of people running towards you. So, and like I said, I could honestly say the first insertion is going to be huge, because when the first people go out to that primary, the gambit's going to take a lot out. And they're going to sit back for that 15 minutes. And then as soon as that's ready, they're ready to play. They're ready to go. So you're going to have a constant battle, a constant fight, and it's just keep your head in the game, keep the mission. Definitely keep the mission in mind.
But yeah, it does help having a nice short walk. Mary is 100% right. Because how many people haven't been to a field that, oh, man, what'd you do for the first 2 hours? Well, I walked out of the field for about 25 minutes, got there, then I bent down to tie my shoe and got shot. So I walked back.
Yep.
And then I came back, and, it was lunchtime. It's like that was what my first 2 hours were like. I walked for, 2.5, maybe 2 hours and did nothing. And it happens, dude. I've been to fields where it's like, wow, I might as well just put on my Fitbit, dude. I would have been through the roof today walking around.
I've seen posts about Fitbits. I'm not going to talk about that.
I don't use a Fitbit. But yeah, there's been things. So it's nice that Dean does that Mission Masters does that. That
they're about the game.
You get to play, yes. You literally, Mission Masters is you go to play. You don't go, not the walking simulator, it's just you go to play. So that's another big bonus.
It is. You're there to play, and again, beside different factions, where we've had our amazing fun, with the different factions, and no and yes, and don't join them and join us. And I know Timothy Hodge with Legion of Assassins. He's my
amazing guy.
He is.
I love him.
I told him down on Facebook if you haven't noticed.
Yeah,
he's the last one that comes on.
Yeah, and he is. It's the love of the game. Truly, because again, he's done as many games as I have with Mission Masters TRP. So it's the love of the game, and he really is spreading the awesome awareness. Although he's like, join us. Don't join them. Join us.
We got candy.
No, we've had a lot of fun, and they go back and forth. We really truly have, and we are really good friends. We've had dinner at Quaker Steak and Lube. We've all these things because we've had such a great
Quaker Steak and Lube. Such a good guy, We went to the Sizzler out back.
We've done it multiple times. We just have a really good connection, and everybody in Legion of Assassins has had a really good connection.
Are they good guys? They saw same thing. I played with them at Sherwood Forest when they were on your team, so they shot me. Didn't really get to go talk to them.
Well, it seems like a lot of people shot you. You're kind of bitter about it.
No, it was a good time. I was wearing my Assassin's Creed coat that day, so I was enjoying myself. I even got to be Juggernaut. That's when a lot of people really let me have it. But it was well worth it.
That's the only other thing is I did not ask Dean about special characters, although I do absolutely have to point out the awards. Each faction will have awards for Valor. Okay, one Valor award per faction, which could be MVT, which let us know, or MVP. That's the Valor award. You also have a Young Gun award. So these are things to watch for. The young guns that are out there, have your team report back to you. And last but not least, the MOFO. Hey. So those are the 3 awards that are being given out per faction for the game.
Is there who didn't come and represent their team today? Their faction. Yeah, I was gonna say, could we make a deal here so USA is not winning anything? They're not even here. They're not gonna know. They're not even here. Make a 3-way alliance. But honestly, you know what, guys? Mary, Brandon, this has been actually fun recruiting against you guys. Because I was going to say, this is the first time that I've actually had fun doing it without trash talking in a shitty way.
Right.
Thank you, because it's awesome.
Because there's been some people that get a little rude. It's like, dude, take it easy. They're going to play wherever they want. Like, jeez.
It was a lot of fun. It's not like I'm out to, take over the whole field. It's not, that's not what I'm about. I'm about, our team is about having fun.
I'm about winning.
Being honest and being respectful to everybody. So that's what Exposure to Chaos is all about. So I'm the same way. I'm not going to be like, oh, you guys ain't going to get anywhere or trash talk. You know what I mean? We've all been on that road before. People try trash talk and stuff, but.
Well, it's fun trash talk. It really is. It's fun. But it does get to the point where...
Not in that way.
It stops being trash talk and just starts being like, all right, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, yep, you win.
All right, so speaking of trash talk, who do you think will be the team that survives Armageddon?
Europe. Europe.
Who you talking about? That's what I'm going to call Middle East Coalition, baby.
I don't know, man.
Europe.
I'm hoping that this three-way alliance. Make sure it's not U.S. And I'm hoping that I'm not the only one in this three-way alliance.
Now, I gotta say, Great Lakes Rangers. They'll be okay. I think they'll be all right. You got Bricktop there. I'm trying to think who else is going to be on USA. Who the heck here?
I don't know.
Blank slate.
I don't think any one team is truly stacked against anybody else, and I don't mean that just to make it sound good.
It's gonna be.
In all reality, I really do feel that it's a good spread of talent so far from the teams I've seen that are playing for different, for the different factions.
Yeah, I will tell you what really goes for Hell Survivors is whoever communicates the best wins.
And plays the best.
Whoever communicates the best, they win. Because communication is key on that field.
I will tell you, all of you, because here's the thing is I want good, fair opposition. And I will tell you, communication is key. If you keep the missions that are handed out when you get on the field and you have your two factions, whether it be U.S. and Middle East, when those missions are handed out, you have to accomplish those. You have to express to both teams exactly what is going on. That is a Mission Masters game. Their whole theme is be a part of the game. It's not based on you have a general who hands down to his select teams, here, go do this mission, here, go do this, and other people just go shoot somebody. That's not this game. I will tell you, because I want good, fair opposition. I don't want to walk around and be like, oh, shit, we own this whole area? Really? Damn. I want a firefight. Tell everybody what's going on. Tell everybody what the missions are. Tell everybody, get this. Obtain this stone or statue.
Or the people, yeah. Where commanders want to hold it to themselves. It's like, don't tell them anything. It's like, what do you think? They're all spies, every single one of them over here? They all got the red tape?
I've been at games before where I run into my own team and we start shooting at each other because we don't know.
Well, that's a given. You know that's going to happen. That happens at every game.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little guilty of that, dude. If you ever get shot by friendly fire, I'll apologize, and I usually say shouldn't have been standing there. Or shouldn't have been hiding there.
Well, no, we're calling out, our color, we're red, and it's still not.
It happens.
Still lobbying, and I'm like, okay, enough is enough. You start shooting back.
I usually just file it under it happens.
That's paintball.
I'm guessing they're going to have vendors and stuff out there like they do at all the other big events. Who are some of the vendors that are coming out there?
I don't know, actually. I'm not going to lie. I haven't heard anything because I haven't asked.
I'm going to assume GI Sports. Because they've been there before.
Well, the S team tags, because they're usually at those events.
It's team tags. I suppose I'd say if you are, I have red and blue, of course, because red and blue is majority. If you don't have green and yellow, get team tags. Order them, pre-order them, so he has them. He's not going to have a booth. He's actually playing this game.
Oh, really?
Roger Weber's playing. Yeah, he is. He's not going to have a booth standing there talking to people, selling. He's not. If you want those team tags for your faction, for your color, contact him now. He has 3 weeks to make it happen.
Aren't they fair price too? I remember them being fair. Do you know what they cost, Mary?
Like
do you know off the top of your head how much they? Well, I don't remember. I know a couple of my teammates bought some.
I think they're 5 to 8, depending if you want a logo.
Oh yeah.
If you want your actual team logo.
For $8?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
It's not bad at all.
It's worth it too.
Yeah. And they only support awesome, so.
Yeah, that's it.
Mask tags are even better too. You get mask tags. You don't have anybody shooting in the back of your head. They realize who you are.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. I played a game where I had no joke, like 3 feet of ribbon off the front of my face, and then like another 2.5 feet. I mean, seriously, off the back, and I got shot in the ass. And I'm like, really, guys? Really? Like, you don't see this shit? Like, it's like flying a kite, you know? Like, nobody saw this. Like, come on. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Flinders Fire is always going to happen.
By the way, Brian's not bitter.
No,
not at all. I never am, dude.
Different game.
I'll congratulate people. Like, you know, if they shoot me friendly fire, I'm like, good job, dude. At least you got somebody today.
I'm thinking
It still counts as a kill. It still counts as a kill.
Pretty sure Bryan could wear, a colored sheet out there, and somebody would still probably shoot.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I probably will. I should bring my Superman cape, just so everybody knows it's red.
Do you guys want to add anything else?
I don't know. What haven't we covered that we should have, so Dean doesn't get mad at us for doing a bad job of promoting? Talking about how awesome his games are.
Well, the only thing I can definitely promote is definitely come to Armageddon, because you'll get the first experience of a Masters game. I mean, especially for the Midwest people. If you're going to come and experience this, you're going to definitely want to go to the September game in Sherwood, which again is the best of the best. You have the best field, the best producer. I'm speaking in experience. I travel all over. I love to play different places, and I love to see different things, and I love to see different people and their experiences. But truly, it's going to be a great game. September 15, 16, it's just going to be off the charts, phenomenal. Be there. Just go. Make it a plan to be there, because it's going to be phenomenal. You get to experience all of Sherwood. And that's the great thing about Armageddon. You get to experience all of Hell Survivors. With Mission Masters games, you get to experience. Yeah. And go. Please go. If you haven't seen Sherwood, you know, my bucket list this year was EMR. I've never been to EMR. It's in PA.
How? It's on the other side of the state. I didn't feel like driving over there.
It's not.
They're rude over there.
I just have never experienced it where I've experienced Sherwood, and go experience these different places. And I've gone to smaller games, and I've gone to smaller fields, and it's really enjoyable. The personality and the people that you meet, and just the love and want for paintball. When you get into a larger game like Mission Masters and Hell Survivors, it's going to be fantastic. Even though we're all versus each other, we're still excited about the game. We're still talking to each other. We're still sharing information. I'm not. Yeah, you're not. You just go by the fly.
Yeah,
you know, Bryan.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm actually not the person to ask. Like, if it's like, you know, say we're co-oping a mission, and it's like, what are we doing? I'd ask you what we're doing. It's like, that's what we're doing then. Because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I can't speak for every team.
So you better hope you were listening, because I was hoping you were. I wasn't.
But I know the teams. The teams that had come to Sherwood for Assassin's Creed. You know, there are certain teams that I said, you need to come, you need to experience this. And all of them said, we had a great time. Even you, Bryan.
I had a great time.
And that's the whole point is, yeah, it's something different, and it's something new, but it's not just something different as opposed to, oh yeah, it's a different field, or it's really phenomenal. Like I said, Sherwood and Mission Masters, you cannot beat the two of them. So there's another game in September. Make it there. Make that a point.
All bullshit aside, I do like what Dean does, because I accidentally went to that game last year at Sherwood Forest. No, because Dean asked when we had our commanders meeting, so like, what made you go? You know, what got you excited? And I'm like, dude, I'm honestly, it was 20, 30 minutes from my house. My wife got to go that weekend, so we went. That was it. Like, and then I got there, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually something different. This isn't the same old from, and I don't want to say every other producer, but in reality, most every producer's game that I've been to, it's all the same, more or less. It's just two big onslaughts. It's not a lot of, I don't know, it's usually capture the flag or go find some props. It's not in depth, I guess. and it's not as organized. Because half the games you go to, if you're not a commander or directly, half the team doesn't even find out a mission. Like you got to have select few teams doing the mission, and everybody else just doing their thing. And it's like, oh, who won the awards? Well, nobody else knew what was going on, so it's kind of hard to help, but whatever. So that's what I like about Dean. When as I'm playing throughout the weekend, I'm like, holy shit, this is really cool. Everybody being formed, everybody playing together, everybody actually being out there. Coming from other games, and that's what I did feel bad when I realized, like, I didn't know Dean wasn't a local producer. Like, I don't know, I didn't even know who was promoting the game. I just showed up. So I'm glad I did, because that made me jump on doing this game at Hell Survivor with Dean. That's how much fun I had with it. And so I agree with Mary. Do it. Do it.
Yep, do it.
There's nobody else puts on a game like Dean.
And take your hand.
Experience it for the first time.
Only thing I am not gonna lie about, I think it's weird that Hell Survivors charges to camp. That's the first field I've ever been to that does that. Any of you guys is that common for other fields?
No, not for where I've been.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm like, I was just like, this has got to be a typo.
But they do have water hookups.
Well, only if you have an RV, I thought, right? No, not even the RVs, do they?
No, I mean, they have water sites.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. They're like little.
A lot of the other fields don't. So to run that line.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're right. I didn't take that into account. That is true. I'm not even going to hate now. Because you're right. Otherwise, you better hope you brought enough water with you.
And
better hope.
They have porta-johns placed where the water lines are.
Okay, that is pretty cool then. I'm not going to hate. It was just weird to me. It was weird to me.
Showers.
Well, no, because
by Bryan.
I believe outside showers too.
Even one of the other teams that I recruited, they go, hey, is this wrong or something? And they charge the camp there, is that right? And I'm like, dude, apparently. Like, it was the first for me, too. I was shocked when I saw it. But, yeah, that makes sense if they're actually providing a service. Like, you can't hate on that then.
Yes, they are.
And it's not a rip-off either. I mean, I think $60 for the weekend. You could have 2 tents or something, like 4 cars. It's not like you're limited 1 tent and 1 car. So you could put a whole team on there. Most teams are 5-10 guys, so it's $5 a guy. So, all right, it's not too bad. I take it back. I take back everything bad I said.
Awesome.
Well, shit, guys, this was a pleasure. I'm glad everybody had a good time.
This is fun. So, what do you guys want to plug?
Yeah, you got anybody else commanding or doing anything big like that later this year? Any other games?
Big ones?
Well,
yeah, like you commanding any other games, Brandon, or no? This year?
No. I'm recruiting for Monster Game.
I was going to say.
He'd rather be dead.
Bryan?
What about you, Mary? You got any other games coming up?
The September game at Sherwood.
But are you commanding or just playing, I'm saying?
That's to be determined.
Oh. Yeah, haven't fully committed. I'm starting to believe you probably are commanding as much as you promoted that game.
Again, I love both. And everybody there knows I love both. All the teams there know I love both. I need a good, fair, opposing general.
And that's hard to find nowadays.
Interesting.
Bryan, step on up, man.
Brandon, you doing anything in July? You got July 9th? You got any plans that day with your team?
July 9th?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you get?
I got commanding World at War at PBX. No, that's not too far of a drive for you.
Not 4 hours. I'll see what the guys want to do.
I'm just throwing it out there. But I'm doing that game, and then I'm doing at White River. I'm doing one the next week in that White River. What's that one? Beaches in Normandy.
Oh yeah, that's coming up here pretty soon.
So yeah, that was kind of. I got 2 weekends in July, and then that's it. I haven't planned anything else out after that. I'm like Mary. That's to be determined after July.
Mm-hmm.
You said World War 6 though, isn't?
Yeah, World at War 6. You're right. Yeah, the 9th.
I was gonna say I just saw that pop up.
Is that one day?
Yeah, it's a one day. It's just a Sunday. That's the only reason I took it, because I already had the one at White River, and I didn't want to have too much.
Right.
And then my wife drowned me.
Yeah. Monster Game is also Viper. I don't know if anybody knew that.
Which one?
Monster game.
Yeah.
Survivors. Right.
That is, yep. I've heard that.
Good one. It's gonna be a good one.
A
A lot of games going on this 2017. It's been amazing. It really is. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year.
Hey, what do you think it'd be like if Dean got to do Living Legends one year?
Oh man.
I mean, Mary, what's the biggest game you've ever done that Dean's done with like players show up, as far as numbers wise?
Tippin World Challenge.
He did that one.
Yeah. He was actually, we were mercs for TWC, I think 2011. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's 2011 or 2012. We had a squad to where the field mercs wanted hired help because they had a really large group. Prior to that, our team, Grass No Gunmen, we were EXO 2 years before, and then we generaled the game the year before. Well, it was stacked where, unfortunately, the world was winning. Tippin had won multiple years. Tippin
this was during their slip, yeah.
Yeah, and Tippin won. Well, Grass No Gunmen come on, and they got a great, a base of teams, and we won, and then we won, and then it was, hey, you guys come as mercs, even out the sides. And Dean was extremely excited, wanted to be at the field, wanted to learn about it, and we drove out as a group, and it was phenomenal. We had a blast as mercs. Just like I said, I didn't like so much the rolling out whenever. I liked when the generals would hire us and we would take a certain area.
Okay.
Get us this area because we had to accomplish mission there. And we would do that. I loved it. And so did Dean. And he started really, like I said, he really enjoyed the field. And his love for the field, like I said, having, your enjoyment of being, he actually played. I mean, he played hard. He actually made.
Whoa. What do you mean?
He made one of the recipes. This is a great story. So Dean
was playing hard and made a ref puke, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
He was out. He was playing, and he had an old hit on his pod pack, which I cleaned off personally. I knew I cleaned it off. He had a shot. He came off the field. Yes, Dean did. He came off the field, and he's like, "Oh, I got shot in the pump." Okay, well, I wiped it off. Like, you take a rag and wipe it off. Okay, good. You're good to go. Well, he's out there. He's playing. Well, this helicopter, which, at TWC, they introduced, tanks, helicopters, all these things. This helicopter comes out, and he sees it. He starts to run. That's what you do. When you have a heli, you can't shoot them down. You can't defend against them. You just basically run.
But they can't shoot you either, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they can shoot you.
Oh, this is different. This is attack. You didn't say it was attack helicopter. I thought it was just like a transport chopper. Because the transport ones, you could only ride along and you can't shoot. That is attack helicopter. Actually, okay.
Yeah, no, the planes are the transport. The planes are where you held on to the inflatable plane and you walked out and were dropped. You can't shoot at them. They can't shoot at you. The helis, they can drop you anywhere they want on the field, and they can light you up in the back, everywhere. Well, a heli's dropped. He starts to run. Well, this ref sees this old hit and chases him down. Crazy chases him down. And he's run. He's like, and he finally gets inside one of the bunkers, inside a full area. Okay, catch my breath. And his ref comes in and you're hit. And lifts up their mask and vomits.
Oh, wow.
He's like, what? You're hit on your back. I'm not hit. That's an old hit. No, you're hit. You don't argue with the ref. He's like, okay, I'm hit. And he come off. And mind you, I know that hit. I know. And he had no other secondary hit. He literally had nothing else in his back. But because that ref chased him down, he actually chased him into a bunker to where they actually puked, chasing him down. I was like, you know what? That's got to be an award.
I wonder if they
You
put
have to. There's got to be an award. I made a ref puke. Yeah, that was Dean's first experience at Hell Survivors, and he loved it. I mean, he really truly loved it. He loved being a part of the squad and the whole team and everybody that was just supporting him. You know, they knew he was doing something awesome, and he was also like, I do truly want to say, he was reading the field. He was reading the people. What do people like? What do people enjoy? What do people want to see? He was studying, engaging,
you know what?
and playing.
I forgot about that. Well, I heard that from a rumor that I heard before he did the Sherwood Forest game last year, he had gone out to another game and participated, quote unquote, but just was walking around with a GPS unit, like marking areas on the field to help for when he makes the missions. I don't know if
that was at Sherwood.
That's what I'm saying. At Sherwood, he did that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, Dean. I'm like, you actually did that? You actually gave a shit about everything, huh?
Yeah. And he.
Well, I mean, when you give everybody a mini map, it's like you got to go from A1 to Z12. It's like, well, that's like 3 inches. I got this. It's like, oh shit, that's a mile and a half. Like, this is not happening.
Yeah, he also generaled the game at Sherwood.
Did he?
Yes. He
Which
generaled
one?
the game. It was Indiana Jones.
I was about to say.
He generaled the game
Against Narf?
Yeah.
That's what Narf. That's who told me Narf would, because he generaled that game.
Yes.
And wow, that's fucking funny. That's a small world. Look at that.
Indiana Jones versus the German army, which is the Überjägers. He generaled that game, and we won. Well, won.
It was close. It was a close game, from what I heard.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Don't talk bad about Narf. He tried hard.
I'm not talking bad about anybody.
It wasn't his fault. Nobody showed up for his team.
I'm not talking about. I'm not downing anyone. I'm just. There's facts.
Yeah.
It was triple.
It was marginal. There was a margin of victory. Is all we're saying.
LLX bad.
It was a lot of fun, actually. And like I said, that got his, Dean's foot in the door to where I can not only produce a game, but I can general a game and I can have fun. And that's what he wanted. That was the whole point of him, producing this game for Armageddon. And like I said, Dave Massey saw that video. And the people, it wasn't, you can promote yourself. But when you go afterwards and you take video of people, how did you see, oh my God, this game was amazing. That's what Dave saw. And that's why this game was created. And I think, like I said, Dean is going to do an amazing job. It's not global conquest. It's not 7 countries fighting against each other. You have 4 factions. Each faction is going to be aligned based on a coin toss and based on your own missions, and then you have secondary missions based on your own faction to try and get that team to align with you to do that. Do you always want to? No. Nope.
Absolutely.
It's a great card. It's a fun time. It's all on the field. Like I said, when you walk out, you get the missions when you walk out. It's going to be a great time. And that's what he wants to build, is something interesting and fun. And that's what he's always done for the paintball community. He really has built a great game. And this is one of them, Armageddon. And all the people that go to Armageddon are going to be like, oh, when's his next game? Sherwood, September. Actually, it's
15th, 9th. What day?
15, 16 in September at Sherwood.
Damn,
But I will tell you, anybody that can make it, July 8th at Three Rivers Paintball, which I'll be there. It's smaller field, less number, but July 8th will actually be his next game. And I'll be there, and I love it. I've been there for all of them. It's just one of those things. He loves the game. He loves the sport, and he loves to see the players. Like I said, his hard part is between playing, photography, and actually running the game. But you can feel it, and so I think everybody's going to know that. Yeah, he has.
From what I heard, Dean makes before the refs can ref his games, he makes them do physicals. Like 50-yard sprints, 100-yard sprints, making sure they're hydrated before the field, checks their body mass index.
Now that may
he makes them race them in a foot race. It's like it's a foot race with Dean. You're out, dude. You can't even chase me down. You're fucking out.
That may seem what it's like, but it's actually more based off rules. With the rules, because they're different. They're very different. He's like, read the rules. Oh God, I'd rather do 50 sprints.
You said that sure.
Really?
You know what?
Read the rules.
That is true. That is true. When it's like you got to do this puzzle, I'm like, a fucking puzzle. Why can't we just shoot this guy? Like, okay, it's like, oh man, we had to solve the puzzle with these spinny wheels that line up, and then from there you had to solve a mathematics problem, pretty much. And it's like, really, dude, you want us to do this shit? Like, this is our day off. Like, we didn't come to do math. Come on.
You came to do this.
So yeah, he did. That's something I'm going to do before the game starts. I'm going to have everybody do a little quick, elementary arithmetic real fast, small algebra. Because I was just like, what is this shit, man? Like, what? We've got a gun, and that was it.
I just have my fun. I call it the wrecking crew. Don't forget, I'm berserkers. Go secure the area. I'll be there to do the puzzle. They go and secure the area. Like, where's Mary? Where's Mary? I'm like, I'm coming.
You're just playing puzzle quest?
I hate puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, man.
So I'm going to find out who's good on my team that does puzzle quest. That's going to be our go-to guy.
There you go.
It's like, this is your job. So that was actually something that did catch me off guard. I'm not going to lie. That was something that I'm like, what is this shit? Like, yeah, let's figure it out. So that was fun. That was a good thing to experience while you're out there. Like Mary said, Dean brings new stuff to the table.
Very cool.
Yeah, you said that game was in September, right?
Yes.
September 15th, right?
And 16th, yes.
Yeah, no, actually I was right. I can't go. I'm going to a Star Trek convention. Damn it.
Come on.
It's too late. I already bought tickets for me and the wife, so I can't back out of this one. All right, but
that's cool. All right, so anything else you guys want to add?
If you sign up, even though it's late for pre-reg, Team Russia, because I'm desperate for players, so I'll take anybody.
Middle East Coalition.
Can you guys see who's already registered for your team?
No. Shit, we don't even know who actually has how many players or not.
No,
I have a little insight on that one.
Get out of here.
Of course,
outside.
I'm starting to think Barry.
I can hang up.
No, please don't.
I'll hang up.
No, because
you just go ahead.
I'm starting to think like Mary's promoting, like, got all the inside intel. So what's the insight? What's the insight you got?
Okay, I want to remind you, I've already played a Hell Survivors. I already love the field. I already love the producer. I'm going to be in the mix, right?
That is true.
So,
that is true.
Russia and U.S. do not need help.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
You're
Look
just
over
saying
there.
that. You're just saying that.
I'm not saying that. You honestly, you can take that. You can really, truly take that as I'm trying to get people to not register for your side, but I'm right. I'm always right. And Team Europe and Middle East need players.
Sure.
If you want a good, fair fight, push people our way. Good,
all
fair
right.
fight.
Well, how fair are we talking? Because if you're saying me and Team USA, that means that I'm still going to have to battle it out with them.
I'm just saying that Russia and U.S. are pretty much full.
I mean,
not bad. Well, if she's saying pretty much full, I believe there's a player cap like 175, 150 per team.
Wow.
Something like that in order to keep it from getting unbalanced. If I understood Dean correctly, like once you hit that cap, you cannot have anybody else sign up until the other teams fill up.
Right.
I believe it's 75. 75.
175?
No, 75.
Is it 75?
275?
Yeah, not 175.
375.
No, all bullshit aside, I really thought Dean said it was like 100 per team, the cap before.
That's news to me. I didn't know that.
I'm just making up numbers, so I really don't know. Mary, you got all the inside scoop. Do you have any idea what the numbers is about?
No, I don't know what the numbers are. I only know that U.S. and Russia have their teams pretty much filled.
I was just talking
Middle
about
East
the cap.
and Europe have to fill up.
All right. Well, guys, you've heard it then. I don't need help, apparently.
Mary Burkhart's got the info. You heard it here first.
You know, we're going to have to get her like a reporter thing like April O'Neil.
There you go.
Breaking news.
Don't sign up for US and USSR.
Yeah, don't.
Apparently,
Everybody that wants to be a bad guy / assassin, come join the Middle East Coalition.
Yeah,
What's the bad guy?
Wreck-It Ralph's going to be there.
I'm not going to say bad guy because we're all going to switch.
We're all good guys at some point, right? Even Wreck-It Ralph.
Even Wreck-It Ralph.
I will say, our team, sweeten the deal, we are giving away a Titman TNC on Saturday.
Yeah, but that's not fair because you're not opening it to everybody. I tried to win this. I tried to win, and I wasn't allowed to even sign up.
Then you need to step up your game and, say, okay, we're going to do this.
Because last time I checked, I tried to sign up for this raffle that you guys are doing, and I was not allowed.
Nope. I don't see a yellow tag, you ain't getting it. No, I'm just kidding. Only one person going in.
He's going to go up to team tag. I need a yellow tag.
I do it. So, you know what? I've had my team almost did that to me at one of the games I commanded. I mean, it was unfair. Actually, Chris, when we did it with Mav for the Walking Dead game at Fort Knox, and they're like, they were going to switch teams. I'm like, you guys can't switch teams. Like, what the shit is that? Like, it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm like, I don't think this is allowed, but I mean, if you really want to go do it, I guess. I'm like, take your jerseys off at least, because this is going to be confusing. Wow, well, thanks, Mary. You just made my night, and I was over here begging the whole night. Thanks for making me look desperate, you know? That's probably why I'm winning, because I've been begging the whole time.
No, she's probably just baiting you. So
yeah, more than likely. It's like, this kid's going to get smashed.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Well, that makes me feel great. Way to end the night, you know?
And that's it. No.
Yeah, it's like, later, I'm out here. As soon as I hang up, she's like, they're fucking down. Like, they don't even have half the roster. It's literally him and Legion of Assassins. That's it. Like, not even his own team signed up. They all signed up for Brandon's team to get the TCR.
I can just see her going to James. I cannot believe they fell for that line of bullshit on that show today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Good deal.
Well, that's awesome. This has been a pleasure, guys. I've enjoyed it.
It has. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you. I really appreciate the. I apologize I was late, but I appreciate the.
I'm used to it.
Me being late?
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
When we did our last podcast, he's like, yeah, this time, yeah. And then it's like, we doing this? And he just, like, turned his phone off. Oh, man, you're not going to believe what happened. I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, it says that you've read the message, dude.
Yeah.
No. No, I think it started like a hailstorm or something by his house, or wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, because it was hailing here, and our neighbors came over because they thought there was going to be a tornado.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I guess, you know, that's understandable. You heard the tornado sirens going off in the background. Just speak louder. We can still hear you.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll just keep going.
I'm like, any way you can get rid of that whining noise in the background over there?
We just edited all that out.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe the next time I'll be seeing you guys is after we meet in June. Right?
Yes.
Are we going to do an amazing follow-up show, or is that something that just kind of happened spontaneously like last time? Is that something you guys would be interested in?
You guys
Mary, Brandon?
What's that?
Doing a follow-up show after the game, talk about how it went, if we enjoyed ourselves.
Oh,
If Mary was telling the truth about my roster being awesome.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's do that.
All right, so let's shoot for the following Monday after Hell Survivors.
Okay.
And I'll
All right.
something.
Well, are you sure? Because, hold on, a lot of us are going to have road trips on the way home.
Oh, well, we can do it like.
I mean, I say a road trip, and it's only like 4 hours. I mean, Mary, what do you got, like a 10-hour drive?
No, 6.
6?
Oh,
Okay.
God. 6.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
bad
that's
at all.
not too bad. All right, we could probably be good that Monday then.
Either that Monday or that week sometime. It doesn't matter what day.
Think any of Team USA is going to show up for that one?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll put it out there.
on it.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Later.
Thanks.
All right.
See ya.
Absolutely. Good night, guys.
Have fun.
Bye.